All right, so this is going to be an example where I am going to show a layout to see how the sequence will look for my final assignment. So right now I'm in Photoshop. I'm only going to show about 4 examples, so your assignment should have like at least 9 images or more. So you'd want to go into File and then New. And for the sequence, if you're going to make it more in a grid format, you'd want to do roughly 40 by 40 inches, resolution 300. If you're going to do more of a timeline, I'd recommend maybe doing something like 120, something around that. Or if you're going to do it more in a vertical, it would be 40 and then roughly 120. So for me, I'm just going to do mine more sporadically. So I'm going to do roughly around 40 by 40 just to start off with, and then keeping my resolution at 300. This is fine because our images are already in black and white anyway. We're going to click on create. So I'm going to click on this image, and here I double clicked, and I'm going to click and drag again. You're going to hold on your mouse or your touchpad on your laptop, and you're going to drag it, and just make sure that the cursor, while you're still clicking either on your mouse or on your mouse pad here, you're going to let go and release it. So if you want to change the scale of your images, then you would do Command T or Control T, or if you'd like to go into Edit and then Transform and then do Scale, you can do that as well. So when I have a newer laptop, so when I press Option, I am able to scale this up or down. Just make sure that this chain is selected. Some older laptops, you click on Shift. So it's just as long as the aspect ratio stays the same, we're just going to do that. So for now, I'm just going to keep it the way it was, and I'm going to just do double click, press OK, and drag these into place. So you can see I didn't fully scale my images ahead of time just because I'm trying to figure out the sequence of this. I don't have to worry about that right now. But your final images should be roughly 10 inches on the longest edge and 300 resolution. So here are my images. Obviously, I'd have 9 or more. So if I just wanted to go and move around, you can click on these. Also, if you click on auto select here, you'll be able to click on different ones, and you can see the layer will change here. If you don't select this, you'll have to click on each layer individually and then move it. So you would just move this around as you normally would. So right now I'm going to click on my Option key because that's the tool command to change that. I'm going to see and then press check mark, and then I'm going to do Command T, hold my Option key down, and then change this here. So it's actually a little bit bigger, but now that aligns up pretty close. And then I would just move it as I would normally sequence it. It's not quite there yet. Okay, perfect. So let's say I want this one to be in the center, I want this one to be over. You just move it as you would normally place it, as if you're hanging in the classroom. So let's say this is how I would like my sequence to look. I think it looks good. Now we can go into File, Save As, and then I didn't file manage mine properly, so I don't want to be an example of that, but you would just save this in your file management, and you would just do your last name, first name, first name, and then go into whatever class you're in, and then final assignment, etc. So I'm just going to save this as a JPEG for now. If you do want to save this as a Photoshop document, just to have it if you want to make any adjustments later, I always just recommend just doing that. And then now we can go into Save As. Still saving. Okay. And go to save as, and then save this one as a JPEG. Press save. So then once you combine your PDF, you will then have this as the first page of your document, just so I can see what that will look like as if you were to sequence it on the wall for the final assignment.